It was a win, and after a win, we ring the bells. Those are the rules. We play by them, so we do that. We're not going to hold the statue upside down as a sign of distress for Indiana basketball, not yet, after a win. 20-point win against anybody in Division I is a 20-point win against somebody in Division I. Lindenwood qualifies as in Division I, and so we ring the bells. Man, I don't know what is in the water down in Bloomington, but it must be something that causes indifference to the possession of the basketball in transition. Dribbling the basketball in transition and having a guy sprint up from behind and tap it out of bounds, if I'm a coach, my head pops off. There is no chance, none, that guy's going to play another minute in that game if I'm the coach. I know we're not supposed to get mad. We're not supposed to argue with winning. That's the rule. We don't argue with winning. We know that this is a game. These guys are like, man, we got to play another one of these dog-ass cupcakes. I am tired of this. Can we play a real team? Hey, a real team's coming in on Tuesday night in Kansas State. They're not great, but they're a hell of a lot better than Lindenwood, and you better damn well focus a whole lot better than you focus tonight, or your ass is going to get run in your home arena, and you don't want that. Let's not have that happen again. Tired of this. So I'm not going to respond that way. I'm going to change my behavior right in front of your very eyes. Whap! There it is. Now I'm happy, all right? Because I got no real reason to be unhappy. November is for moments like this. Yeah, a lot of missed layups. Bizarre amount of missed layups. What is going on with Lamar Wilkerson? I don't know. And in a game like this, it just doesn't matter. I'm starting to think like the people who say, why are we playing all these damn cupcakes? What are we doing with these cupcake games? Why are we playing them? Does anybody get better playing a game like this? Did anyone improve playing like this? Did Nick Dorn get better? I want to know this. Somebody tell me this. Can you tell me this? Can you tell me why Connor Enright is the guy running 4 times as fast and hard as anybody else on the floor? Why is that? Why isn't everybody running like that? Why is Indiana slowing the ball down? Why? For what purpose? All we heard about the entire offseason, wow, I'm getting myself all in a state of agitation again. I'm getting all negative again. Change the attitude. Okay, there we are. Got the smile. But why are we slowing it down? Toward what end are we slowing it down? You're going to play that way in the Big Ten. You are not going to win a game. You have got to move the ball quickly and shoot open shots as soon as you got them. And if you don't do that, you're not going to win a Big Ten game because every team in the Big Ten is better than Indiana is in a slow down game. Nobody is going to get beat by Indiana unless you move the ball with alacrity. You got to move the ball with purpose. You got to move your body with purpose. And if you don't do that, you're not going to score buckets. And on defense, my God almighty, how about a little awareness? Trent Sisley, I like Trent Sisley. I think he's going to be a hell of a player. He's going to be really good. But how about a little awareness where the ball's at? Like, you can't move to help off the ball, off the guy with the ball, and think that a legitimate basketball player isn't going to drive and lay it in with his left hand. What in the world are you doing? What are you thinking? Am I right or am I right? My God. Statistics tonight. Andy R says, I'm not arguing with winning, but I'm bitching. This is Lindenwood incarnate word. WTF LOL. There you are. In a nutshell, right? 20-point win tonight, scoring 73 points. Sheesh. You got to be able to score 100 against these guys. It's an embarrassment to the program that walk-ons didn't get on the floor to play against Lindenwood because those walk-ons at Indiana could be scholarship players at Lindenwood. Let's get positive again and talk about people we like. I like Sam Alexis, 10 rebounds. Good for him. He was moving after the basketball with some purpose. when it was shot by Lindenwood. He was 4 of 4 from the line. That's pretty good. 18 of 25 from the line. They were 18 of 26 against Incarnate Word, if memory serves. Ay, 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 ay. That's 72%. Last year, we would have had a parade. Just like we were going to have a parade after Incarnate Word, shooting about 70%, right? Not anymore. From threes, hitting 32%. Lamar Wilkerson has to play better against these bad teams. He does. He looked disinterested. You can't be disinterested. I don't understand. I've never understood coaches who allowed people to play indifferently and continue to play. If you're indifferent toward the game of basketball at any moment when you're playing for Indiana, your ass got to come sit next to the coach and watch the rest of the game. Like, this is just crazy. If you're not going to hold people accountable and bring consequences to bear that are meaningful, you're never going to get a change in behavior. So, you can't have that. Reed Bailey was really not good tonight. 16 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls. If you play 16 minutes and the thing you do most in the game is foul, it's a problem. Tucker DeVries, 25 points tonight, which was good. And they did, they have an 18-3 run, right? 23-5, something like that. A series of runs. It started with 13-0, and then I think it was 13-3 after Lindenwood hit a 3. Anyway, they played well enough in that stretch to put Lindenwood away, but that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is to play as well as you can every moment you're on the stinking floor. And if you can't do that, again, go sit down. Go do something else. Don't waste my time watching this game and talking about it afterwards by playing like you don't give a shit one way or the other how this game goes. To say I'm tired of it, I'm not tired of these specific guys because these guys haven't been here. So I got to think it's something in the air, something in the water, the air conditioning system. I think we got an HVAC problem in Assembly Hall that it's spewing some kind of odd gas into the arena that causes people to be indifferent to where the offensive player is with the basketball and how you move toward the bucket with alacrity and play with discipline and play with enthusiasm. Again, Connor Enright plays with enthusiasm all the damn time. His stat line's ridiculous. 26 minutes, 3 points. He took one shot. It was a 3. He made it. He had 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 steals, both an offensive and defensive rebound, and 4 personal fouls. That's a guy who is playing unselfish basketball to a fault, but hustling out of his mind and not afraid to create contact. Good, I guess, for him. Tatum Conaway's got to be better. Lamar Wilkerson's got to be better. Sam Alexis, I thought was really pretty good. Not great scoring in basketball, but pretty good. Sisley, 8 points in 17 minutes, 6 rebounds. I think he's a player. I think he's going to be good. I like him. I like Alexis. I like DeVries the last 2 games. I like all of those guys. And part of it's just the eye test. I think Alexis just looks like a basketball player, moves like a good basketball player. I think the same thing about Trent Sisley. I think he's good. But you gotta show up and you gotta play. And if you can't do that, what are we doing watching? Why are we watching this? Why would it be on TV? You get the feeling that if that game was on TV and one of these guys wasn't playing, he'd be back in his room and he'd be watching Wheel of Fortune as the second half started instead of watching a game. And maybe rightly so. I thought the best part of this game, and I don't know who it was, I think it was Sean Morris doing color, the analyst role of the broadcast. I don't know who was doing play-by-play, but I thought they were funny. I thought they were good. I really liked it. If the broadcast is the best part of an Indiana 20-point win, Indiana played a horrible opponent and did not play well at all. So there you go. There it is in a nutshell. But this too shall pass. And we move on to Tuesday night against Kansas State at Assembly Hall. And they're not going to come in to pick up a paycheck. That's not what they're doing. Like Lindenwood came in, they got a check for showing up, right? That's why they're here. That's why the little bitty schools, they come in during the non-conference. Bethune-Cookman is going to do the same thing. Incarnate Word did the same thing. They come in, they get their check, they help fund their athletic department by showing up and being an opponent. But these guys, just like Incarnate Word, they didn't play the role of the Washington Generals to the IU Harlem Globetrotters. That's not what they did. They didn't come in and say, you know what, yeah, we'll take the L. We'll sit back and accept the punishment. Thank you, sir, may I have another? No. They played basketball, and they played hard for a time, and they were within 6 at 37-31. And Indiana really had to DeVries had to call a timeout to get the attention of his team. You guys, you got to play. You got to compete. You got to work hard. And you got to make every possession count, because if you don't do it against Lindenwood, you're probably not going to do it against Kansas State. And you get the feeling that when we get to, Minnesota and then Louisville and then Penn State and then Kentucky's a mess. I don't know what's going to happen against Kentucky, but you're going to learn what competing is, and it's going to be unpleasant. And then you're going to have to respond. The better thing to do, the better way to attack this, is to understand how to compete from the jump and really work hard every single possession. Figure out a way to move, to cut with purpose, move the ball with purpose. Don't just catch and then dribble and hope. And in transition, if you got a defensive player running faster behind you, you need to pick the damn ball up. What are you doing? I don't know. Just not fun. 2 hours of my life, gone. 2 hours of your life, gone. 2 hours of the player's life, gone. An opportunity to play basketball at a high level in front of a lot of people in a beautiful hall, in Assembly Hall, with a lot of history. I might take down banners. I don't know what. What are we celebrating history? Why don't we have like James Naismith's rules tacked up on the wall? For God's sake, if all that place is going to be is something that people fondly remember seeing good basketball played at many, many years ago. Is that where we are? And I'm not getting crappy with these guys yet. Hell, in 1981, Indiana started 7-5, and they won a national championship. You can evolve positively, but it's hard to evolve positively if you're not willing to compete at a high level. It just is. So we'll talk about it tomorrow morning on Breakfast with Kent. Can't wait. We'll talk a lot about the Colts, not so much about this game. We'll talk a little bit about whatever's going on with the Purdue Boilermakers. Let's see. They play hard generally. Braden Smith plays hard. You want to, and nobody was looking at that kid. Nobody looking at him from Indiana. Not seriously. He's just up there in Westfield. Would have crawled over broken glass to come to Bloomington and play at Indiana. Nope. Let him go to Purdue and become the college basketball player of the year. Smart. Now you're thinking, what are we doing? We got guys flying all over the earth. We got guys flying to Finland. We got guys flying, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what this group does. I mean, they've had no time to recruit and build a recruiting kind of position within Indiana. And I get this. I understand it. So I'm not crapping over Adams traveling or DeVries and his priorities and going out and getting guys and recruiting. But hey, you are at Indiana, so you must accept the sins of your predecessors as yours. And so you're just there. But Indiana's been around for a while. And the last 9 years stunk, in large part because nobody really wanted to recruit a kid like Braden Smith. Especially Mike Woodson didn't want to recruit a kid like Braden Smith. So, we're tired of it. We're tired of Purdue handing Indiana and 4-4 over the course of the last 4 years. I know, even Steven, I get it. But tired of Purdue winning Big Ten championships, went to the Final Four last year, while we sit, don't go to a tournament at all, and finish in the Big Ten tournament with one of the least inspired games I've ever seen Indiana play against Oregon. It was horrible. I would have told Luke Goody, based upon his comportment during that game, you know what? A sixth year, go take it somewhere else. We don't need you here. Based upon that game and that game alone, I was embarrassed for Indiana based upon the behavior of damn near everybody. But Luke Goody really bothered me in that game. I got to tell you the truth. 18 seconds left. Purdue is up by 7 against Memphis. This is in the Bahamas. And how's our guy doing tonight? I know nobody wants to hear it. Braden Smith only has 5. Fletcher Lawyer with 20. He's hit 4 threes. CJ Cox with 18. He's hit 4 threes. Trey Kaufman-Renn with 12 points and 11 rebounds. And with 10 seconds left, Purdue still up 7. They're going to win that game over the Memphis Tigers. Good for them. Hey, there's a team in Indiana playing like Indiana, but in Indiana. And that's sad.